ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. قال الله تبارك وتعالى في كتابه العزيز بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. وقال أيضا يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. وقال يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. وبعد. Indeed, all praise and glory is due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We praise Him, we seek His aid and His forgiveness. We believe in Him and rely upon Him. We seek Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's protection and refuge against the evil of our own souls and against the evil of our impious deeds. Indeed, whomsoever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guides, then can misguide. And whomsoever is misguided, then can guide him except for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we testify and bear witness of the fact that there is no one worthy of worship except for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who is alone without any partner. And we also testify and bear witness of the fact that Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's last messenger and his perfect worshipper. My dear respected brothers and sisters, Ramadan Mubarak to everybody. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept all of our righteous actions. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make this a month where we come closer to Him and we come closer to each other. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make our fasting easy for us, our qiyam easy for us, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our dua and all that we do. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the Quran, He said, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykum as-siyam kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. O you who believe, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made fasting obligatory on you, as it was made obligatory on those before you, so that you may gain taqwa. The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that there are people that will fast, but they'll get nothing out of their fast except fatigue and hunger. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to protect us. So I know the first couple of days of Ramadan this past week was a little bit challenging for some of us. I was telling my students that I teach in school, I was like, I've never looked forward to a weekend as much as this year. Because it's been a little challenging with everything going on, right? But now is the time to take a step back and assess. Is our fasting, is our ibadah leading us to the taqwa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? And that's the most important thing. Don't just be worried about abstaining from eating and drinking and fulfilling your desires. But focus on how the fast is a means of having more taqwa in our lives. So what do we want to do? What are the values or the characteristics that we're aspiring to bring into our lives through this month and through the act of fasting? I want to talk about two portions of the Quran which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala clearly explains to us who the people of taqwa are. Right at the beginning of Surah Al-Baqarah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. The Quran is guidance for the muttaqeen. Who are the muttaqeen? الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ وَيُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةَ وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. In this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us three characteristics. He says that those that believe in the unseen. And fasting is the greatest testimony of someone believing in the unseen. When we're alone, nobody else is around. We don't see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but we know that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees us. We don't see the angels, but we know that if we do something which is right, the angels will record it. If we do something which is wrong, the angels will record that as well. We have faith and hope and trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, that the fasting person experiences two moments of joy. When they break their fast at thought time, and when they meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَيُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةِ. And they establish the salah. The salah, it takes priority and precedence in their lives. Alhamdulillah, we've seen on Jumu'ah, we've seen in Taraweeh, we've seen that salah takes a different dimension and flavor during the month of Ramadan. وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ. And they spend from that which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala provides for them. They know that everything that we have has been given to us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And alhamdulillah, you'll see that, mashallah, if my relief is outside today, tonight, there will be organizations that will be coming and talking about, what the great work they're doing tomorrow. You'll have many, many opportunities to spend in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Inshallah, another khutbah during the month of Ramadan, we'll talk about the obligation of zakat. Many people fulfill this obligation of zakat, and the pillar of Islam is zakat in the month of Ramadan. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَالَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ وَمَا أُنزِلَ مِن قَبْلِكَ وَبِالْآخِرَةِ هُمْ يُوقِنُونَ. The people of taqwa, they believe in the Quran, they believe in the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and they have yaqeen in the akhirah. They're willing to make sacrifices in this dunya because they have that certainty in the akhirah. Whatever hardships, difficulties that we face in this dunya, if it leads us to being among the people of Jannah al-Firdaus, it will all be worth it. And we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us all among the people of Jannah al-Firdaus. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, later in the Quran, in Surah Al-Imran, He talks about, again, about Jannah. أُعِدَّتْ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. That Jannah has been prepared for the believers. Who are the believers? How does the people of Taqwa. How does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala describe them in these set of ayat in Surah Al-Imran? الَّذِينَ يُنْفِقُونَ فِي السَّرَّاءِ وَالضَّرَّاءِ. Those that spend in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when things are going well, they spend in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. When things are tight, they spend in the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because they know that مَا عِنْدَكُمْ يَنْفَدْ وَمَا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ بَاقٍ. That whatever is with us, that will go away. But whatever we put with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that will always remain. وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظَ وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ. The people of taqwa, they don't just focus on the relationship between themselves and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but they work on themselves and their character. وَالْكَاظِمِينَ الْغَيْظَ. When they get angry, they repress and control their anger. وَالْعَافِينَ عَنِ النَّاسِ. When they have the ability to hold people responsible and accountable, they're forgiving and easygoing. Why? Because they want that forgiveness and that mercy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَالَّذِينَ إِذَا فَعَلُوا فَاحِشَةً أَوْ ظَلَمُوا أَنفُسَهُمْ ذَكَرُوا اللَّهَ فَاسْتَغْفَرُوا لِذُنُوبِهِمْ وَمَن يَغْفِرُ الذُّنُوبَ إِلَّا اللَّهُ وَلَمْ يُصِرُّوا عَلَى مَا فَعَلُوا وَهُمْ يَعْلَمُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that when, not if, the people of taqwa, when they make mistakes, they remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The people of taqwa are not angels. They do and will make mistakes, but when they make mistakes, they remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and they seek forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that's very important. Sometimes we'll all make mistakes. The Prophet ﷺ said that all of the children of Adam are sinners, but the best sinners are those that repent. When we make mistakes, what are we going to do? Are we going to justify our mistakes? Are we going to be stubborn? Are we going to fall into more and more sin? Or are we going to acknowledge, stand up, and say, yes, we made a mistake, we seek forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and we seek forgiveness from each other. وَلَمْ يُصِرُّوا عَلَى مَا فَعَلُوا. And they're not persistent in the same mistakes over and over again, knowing them. So my dear respected brothers and sisters, I give you about 5 or 6 characteristics of the people of taqwa, and I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us all among the people of taqwa. Let's take this time today to measure how are we doing when it comes to this. Our certainty in the hereafter, our belief in the unseen, our ability to control our anger, our ability to be willing to forgive each other, our ability to seek forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and seek forgiveness from each other. If we do this, inshallah, we will be among the muttaqin. What is the reward of being among the muttaqin? There's many, and there's many ayat, but I'm just mentioning 3. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُحِبُّ الْمُتَّقِينَ. Allah loves the people of taqwa. And if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves somebody, their whole dunya and their akhirah, everything in their life is taken care of. What would you do for somebody that you love? You and I, whatever limited resources and capacity we have, we try to make sure that the people that we love are taken care of from every aspect. We try to prevent every harm from coming to them, and we try to bring them every benefit. But we have limitations. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has no limitations. So if you get the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then it is said in this dunya ta'ala, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among those that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves. Another characteristic, or another benefit, of the people of taqwa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said to Allah, وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ وَمَنْ يَتَوَكَّلْ عَلَى اللَّهِ فَهُوَ حَسْبُهُ. Whoever has taqwa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bring them out of any difficulty. Like, can't imagine they're in a room where they feel like they're alive, they're suffocating, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will provide them with an escape. And whoever puts their trust in Allah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will take care of them. So taqwa is the key to the way out of any difficulty. Being aware of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Trusting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the last thing is that there's a lot of confusion. What's right, what's wrong? What am I supposed to do in this situation? What am I supposed to do in that situation? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, in tattaqullaha yaj'al lakum furqan. That, oh, you who believe, if you have taqwa of Allah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you furqan. What is furqan? Furqan is the ability to perceive things properly. Distinguish between truth, falsehood, right and wrong. And how do we do that? How do we get that? From Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who's al-hadi, the guide, is the having taqwa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He makes us all among the muttaqeen. And I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala He gives us the ability to take a step back, to reflect, and to make sure that we're doing whatever we can to come closer to Him subhanahu wa ta'ala and to come closer to each other. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين من كل ذنب فاستغفروه إنه هو الغفور الرحيم. الحمد لله على فضله وإحسانه وشكره على توفيقه امتنانه أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد. وبعد. Another important characteristic of the people of taqwa is that the people of taqwa are resilient. What does resiliency mean? There will be situations and circumstances in life that we face that are not the best for us. They can be challenging. One such situation for the Muslims was the Battle of Uhud. But in the same surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions all of these ayat about taqwa. He also mentions about Battle of Uhud. What do we learn from that? That part of this life is that we will face trials, tribulations, and challenges. There will be times when we fall down. But the people of taqwa get back up. And they put their trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And they look at these failures and these moments as temporary and learning opportunities. They take a step back, assess the situation, and then they go forward. Even the Prophet ﷺ and the Muslims, right after the battle, they're tired, they're wounded, the next day they're ready to go out. And they're ready to go out and face mushrikun. Why? It's not if you fall. You will all fall and fail at certain things. But getting back up is part of taqwa. Being optimistic is part of taqwa. Having hope and trust in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is all part of taqwa. And I pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that allows us to put our best hope, faith, and trust in Him subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alhamdulillah, as we mentioned before, we have an opportunity here in our community this weekend, inshallah. We partnered up with ICN Relief to provide food for local families which are in need. And alhamdulillah, this is very important, right? Sometimes we don't understand the amount of people in our communities that are hungry, and because of COVID, it exacerbated the situation, made the situation worse. So alhamdulillah, we have an opportunity to partner up with ICN Relief, and when you go outside, you'll see the truck, and you'll see some of the items that you can bring and to drop off. You can also go online and make a donation towards these food boxes by going to icnrelief.org, that's Ramadan. And the food boxes are zakat eligible. They'll go to people because food is a basic necessity. Alhamdulillah, will go to people, Muslim families that are in need. So please try to help them out. Remember, one of the characteristics that I mentioned about the people of taqwa is they spend from that which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has provided. And remember, the faith and certainty that we have is that the more we help others, the more Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will help us. Take advantage of all of the opportunities that you have this Ramadan. Give something for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and you'll see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will open His rahmah and His blessings on you in ways that we can't even imagine. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He eases the suffering of people all over the world. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala anyone in our community that is ill, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives them a complete shifa, a shifa after which there is no limits. We pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala anyone in our community, in our family, in our ummah that has passed away. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant them those. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give their family members patience, comfort, and support during these difficult times. And we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He unites us all into the benefit of those and gives us the ability to follow the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in all aspects of our lives. And we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala anyone going through any type of difficulty, hardship, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala replace it with ease. And we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala He unites all of our hearts and lets us care about each other and be there for one another. Jazakumullah khairan. قال الله تبارك وتعالى في كتابه العزيز بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم إنك حميد مجيد اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات إنك سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين وأذل الشرك والمشركين ودمر أعداءك أعداء الدين ربنا اغفر لنا ولإخواننا الذين سبقونا بالإيمان ولا تجعل في قلوبنا غلا للذين آمنوا ربنا إنك رؤوف رحيم فاذكروا الله العظيم يذكركم وادعوه يستجب لكم ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون الصلاة